Hey Valley Middle, welcome to 1.10c. Today we've got our standard lesson set up. We've got a review, we've got an instructional video, 1 through 10 guided, and then we'll do the odd numbers on 1.10c1 and 1.10c2. So you're going to probably have to upload these. That'll be a lot of work to draw those out. So put those into Notability would be my suggestion. All right, 5 minutes on the review. Go ahead. All right, let's run through these problems. Well, the area is simply going to be 96 centimeters squared. Just multiply 8 times 12. The perimeter, 8 plus 12 plus 8 plus 12. Well, 8 plus 12 is 20. If you double that, you're going to have a perimeter of 40. Solving these guys mentally, well, if we switch the numbers around, we can get this to use the old commuter property, get to 5 times 20, which is 100, times 36 is 3,600. Same thing, here's some compatible numbers. If you add those first, 3 plus 7 would be 10, plus 89 would be 99. All right, solving this one here, step by step, you're going to have to do 5 cubed first. That is not 15. That's 5 times 5 times 5, or 125. Next, you're going to have to do the, inside the parentheses, the addition. We did the exponent, now the addition. That gives us 150. We're going to have to divide by 3, which is 50. Let's subtract 49. We've got 1. You are all set for the instructional video. Have a great time.
Hey Valley Middle, welcome back to another math video. Tonight we're going to be working with function tables and completing them. Before we do that, let's take a look at our trivia question for the day. How many different pizza combinations can Domino's make? We'll be back with the answer to that after instruction. Tonight officially our target is I can complete a function table. Let's load this thing. Here's a function table like one you might see in the quiz that you have to complete. In this one here we've got x values. We've even got some examples of the functions, and we have one y value. So we know that 1 is our x value, so we plug 1 in place of the x in the function, so 3 times 1 is 3. When x is 2, 3 times 2 is, we'll go over here to our number bank and grab 6. When x is 3, 3 times 3 is 9 from the old number bank. Now we've lost the function, but we still know what the pattern is here. It's 3 times x. If x is 4, it's going to be 3 times 4. That equals Uncle Fred. Actually, that equals Uncle 12. If for any of these boxes you thought Uncle Fred was the correct answer, I need you to stop the video, tell your parents you need to seek immediate medical attention. There might be something wrong with you. All right, taking a look at our vocabulary, just a quick review. We've got the domain, which is over here. This is the input or the x value. You've got the range, that's the y or the output, and the function's in the middle. That's what happens to the x to get to the y. Let's take a look at one more example together, and then I'll have you try a couple pause problems on your own. Complete this function table. Well, you look at it, and let's pretend we don't have no idea what's going on. So we just think about, what does it look like is going on? We'll go from 1 to 3. It could be 1 plus 3, or 1 plus 2 to get to 3. Yeah, that works for this one, but take a look at the next one. 2 plus 3 is not 6. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to figure out what's happening to the x value to get it to y. And I came up with a rule which was plus 2, and I tried it in the examples. And if that rule doesn't work, then you go back and try a different rule. If your rule does work, go on and try the rest of the values. So it looks like this is times 3, times 3, times 3, times 3. All right, so we know that our rule is 3 times the x value. So we can fill our table in here. 3 times the 5 would be the 15. 3 times the 20 would be the 60. 3 times 99 is going to be 297. Here's the tricky one on here. They call it the nth term. And I'm just going to squeeze a little nth in here. So for the nth term on this one, that means any term that you can think of. Well, it would just be 3 times the x value would be the nth term. So the y is equal to the 3 times the x. Pretty simple, right? All right, I think you can handle it. Let's try a couple of pause problems. Try this one. Complete this function table. See if you can figure out what's going on. Try the rule. If it works, try it for some other values. See if it works for all of them. If not, come up with a new rule. All right, my first thought was that this one here would be times 16. 1 times 16 is 16. 2 times 16 is not. So, that rule's not going to work. So then I tried, how about plus 15? 1 plus 15 is 16. 2 plus 15 is 17. 3 plus 15. 4 plus 15, I've got it. 5 plus 15 is 20. 20 plus 15 is 35. 99 plus 15 is 114. The old nth term here. The old nth term, well, you would see, so just take any term any x term and add 15 to it to get that nth term. So the y is equal to x plus 15. All right. One more for your pause problems here. Give this a shot. Okay, let's think about this. The first thing I thought of was times 2, because I saw 2 times 4, but that doesn't even work for the 1 value, so it can't be that. It can't be times 3, but I saw that one there, so that didn't work. Then I started thinking, well, could it be x squared? Well, 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 2, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16. I got a pattern here. 5 squared is going to have to, I'll have to send this to the back here real quick. Order, send to the back. 5 squared would be 25. 20 squared would be 400. 99 squared would be 9801. And again, the old nth term is whatever x is, you square it. So the y is equal to the x squared. Okay, it's time for the ticket to the show. Just a couple of them here. Fill in these charts. You got 5 question marks up top here. And here you've got just one y value you need to figure out, but you need to figure out what the function is. Okay. Very good. Let's see. Answer your old trivia question. How many different pizza combinations can Domino's make? Well, you have to start thinking about the toppings and the sizes. They have 4 different sizes. They have 4 different pizza bases. And this information is probably actually a few years old, so it's probably even more. For double toppings, you can add 4 choices. For cheese, there's 3 choices. I mean, there's something like 44 different topping choices. I mean, it just gets incredible. I used to think it was 75 million, but there's actually about 105 million different types of pizza to choose from at Domino's when you factor in all the different toppings, the sizes, the sauces, if it's a single topping or double topping. And if it's the double topping of the same topping, jinkies, you could be eating pizza for quite a while. Thanks for listening. Bye. Hey folks, welcome back. Let's get going on this here. Pretty simple target. Basically, we're trying to figure out how to get from x to y. Sometime I'm going to give you the function like in this table here, or you just have to plug it in. Plug in the 1 in place of the x. So if it's 2x plus 1, 2 times 1 plus 1 is 3. 2 times 2 plus 1 is 5. And find the other one, just continue to plug in the x variable, and you get your 7. Sometimes you don't even need to complete that. You've just got an x and a y like this one in a function. All you have to do is figure out what one of the boxes is, or 2 of the boxes. In this case, 1. We've got the function, plug it in. 2 times 3 is 6, minus 1 is 5. Okay? This one's a little harder. Take a look at that one, see if you can figure out what's going on. Yeah. Something weird is going on. I thought maybe times 2 plus 1 when I was looking at here, but that doesn't work for this one. Actually, if you think about it, this function is minus, or 3x minus 1. So you would end up here with, got to find my figure out 11 here and 14 here. Now sometimes you don't need to know the function to complete the table, because you can just look at it and go, wait a minute. If these are in sequential order and they're not skipping around, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 5, 8, I could have guessed the next one is 11 and 14 because it's going up by 3 each time. So you don't always have to solve that. You know, and for this purpose of this target, all we're doing is we're just taking and filling in the function table. So knowing the function is a bonus. Number 1 through 10 on your paper, let's fly through and do 10 quick. Okay, what number goes right here? We got ourselves 10. Good. There's your function is 5x. Next one. What number goes right down here next to this one here? We got 3, 16, we got 18, we got 20, 22. It's 2 times 5, or sorry, it'd be 2 times 6 plus 10. The function is 2x plus 10. This one, down here, number 6, what would that be? Again, we don't need to know the function. Look at 3, 4, 5, 6. They're going sequential, right? 11, 13, 15. This one's got to be 17. It's 2 times x plus 5. 2 times 6 is 12, plus 5, 17. Again, but we didn't need to do that. It's when these numbers are not sequential, we've got to think a little bit harder. All right, here's number 4. This one's a little bit easier. Okay, what appears to be happening? Went from 37 to 32, 31 to 26. It looks like it's minus 5, doesn't it? So what's this one going to be? 22. You subtract 5. How about over here, number 5? What's going on? Well, see, the numbers are jumping all over the place, but it looks like you're subtracting. You're subtracting 8. You're adding 8 going this way or subtracting 8 going this way. So this one would be 20. Let's just see if it, 20. Let's just see if it fits the pattern. 19 plus 8. Yep. 20 plus 8. 23 plus 8. Yep. Just like this one. 22 plus 5. 26 plus 5. 41 plus 5. Okay. Down here, number 6. Ooh, a little harder. 9 to 21. 16 to 28. Looks like they're just adding something here. How much are they adding? Think about that for a second. 12. So if you subtract 12, you'd have 11. 9 plus 12, 21. 11 plus 12, 23. 16 plus 12, 28. Good, we're good, we're good. All right, 4 for you to try all by yourself without me talking. 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see if you can figure out what the question mark is here. You got 1. You got the bottom one in each one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this one here, there's not much of a table there, but it appears to be just subtracting 1, so that would be 9. Number 8 here. Ooh, 1 minus 1. 1 to negative 1. Looks like they're subtracting 2. 2 minus 2. It is just x minus 2. This one would be 1 then. Down here, I gave you the function. All you have to do is plug it in. 4 times 4 is 16. Minus 2 is 14. But look at 2, add 4, add 4, add 4. Oh, we didn't even need the function. Okay. Oh, these numbers are all over the place. 1 to 2, 5 to 10, 10 to... Oh, it's just doubling though, right? So this is going to be... That's the wrong number. This one's going to be 34. Got the wrong one. All right, time for you to work on some problems on your own. Here's the worksheet. I want you to do the odd numbers here. 1, 3. It's a 2-pager. 5. Take a look at this one. F of x. What the heck is that? Really what this just means is y equals the function of x, or y equals. And you're just going to have to plug this in. Plug it in 0. What's 0 divided by 2? It's 0 plus 1. This is going to be 1. What's 1 divided by 2? Well, it's 1/2. 1/2 plus 1. So this is 1 1/2. Okay. You got 7, 9, 10, 11. You're just going to create one function table of your own here, anything that you want. You don't have to have the function part. You can just do the x, y. You do not need to fill in this middle work if you don't want to. If it helps you, you can. If you want to do it for a couple, you can. But remember, just the odd numbers. I repeat, odd numbers. You do not need to fill in the function work. You can just put the numbers over here if you'd like. If you get that done, you've got a little extra time. Do A, B, and C. All right, thanks for listening. I suppose you want the answers, huh? All right, I'll give you the answers. Here they are for the first one. You take a look at 1 through 4. Well, 1 and 3 is the only ones you really need. And here's 5 and 9. And you can fill in 7 down there. And 11, which is whatever function table you came up with. All right, and if you had time to do those first 3, it should look something like this, the A, B, and C. $7 an hour, 0 hours, $0. 1 hour, $7. 2 hours, $14. Simple table. Use 3 variables, 0, 1, and 2. I use them all the time. Dave makes $10 working at Thomas Market. For every hour he works, his parents give him an additional $2.50. So actually, for every hour he works, he's making $12.50. So 0 hours, $0. 1 hour, $12.50. 2, $25. Over here, Martha Joins Music Club has a monthly fee of $5 plus $2 per song. So 0 songs are still going to cost her $5 for the monthly fee. 1 song is going to cost her $7.
This one here is 2x plus 5. 2 times 1 plus 5. 2 times 2 plus 5. Okay? Thank you. Good luck on your quiz. Make sure you upload everything here to the assignment.